All right. Got a kind of new setup in my studio. You can't tell, but it's a big difference. So all rearranged, and I'm literally trying to decide right now whether I'm going to do another one of those Meadow ones or a kind of birch with orange, like something similar to that, where it's more identifiable trees. I don't know. Some people really love when you can kind of identify what things are, like the trees. I'm also compelled to do another one of those meadows because I've done some of them, and I feel like I need to do like 10 to 15 feels like a number where, okay, I've done everything I can think about. So I'll decide in the next few seconds. I'll pick up a paintbrush and I'll just do something. Got my music playing. Is the music playing? Can't quite hear it. Yeah, it's coming. Okay, so I'm all set. Here's my paintbrush. What do you want to do? Look at this big, beautiful canvas. 48 by 72 inches. It's actually quite big. I'm a very large guy, so this doesn't look like a big painting. I'm like maybe 350 pounds. So try to like think of a normal person, and it's a large painting. What do I do? Okay, I'm gonna pick a color. I'm gonna go with this blue. What are you gonna do? I don't know what I want to do, so I want to do both. Okay, decided. It's decided. Okay, that's what I'm doing today. It's gonna be a meadow. I just feel I gotta get them out of my system. Gotta do a couple more of these meadows of strangeness. Okay, so what I've been doing recently is I've been, rather than mixing on the palette, I've just been sticking it right on the canvas just because I like to paint thick and wet. So look at it, I just like this orange color, so nice. And there's another nice orange. Put you here. And just for my friend Bo. Bo, this is for you, Bo. I'm gonna stick some piss yellow, as he likes to call it, right in the middle. Maybe that'll piss you off a little bit and you can call me names again. To be honest, it kind of makes my day. And some pretty funny stuff. He's come up with some very funny insults. The irony is I totally know what he's thinking. I totally know he's going through. Struggling with his own trials to be an artist. The people who get the most upset, I've noticed, and with social media, I notice people like to make comments, which are, you know, I welcome all of them. I'm not afraid of any kind of criticism. Like some guy posted this morning saying, "Are you on drugs? $6,900 for a painting?" I was like, hey man, that's cool. Whatever. Pretty much guaranteed of it. 2 years are going to be more than that. But hey, it's all good. Okay. Okay. First step is almost complete. I'm gonna do a lot of drippiness. So get ready for the drips. There's gonna be some kind of horizon line here. And there's gonna be this arcing kind of. Sort of this meadow kind of vibe, and then there'll be trees coming up here, and I don't know why I'm kind of like stuck with this imagery. It's a bit like that. Okay, it's not that quick bad, but remember Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where that dude, was it Richard Dreyfuss, kept on drawing that shape, and he was drawn to it, not literally drawn, but he would actually like make it out of mashed potatoes at dinner. There's a little bit of that going on here. You know, like this, and this is this 8th time now I'm doing this kind of very same composition. And it's about this funeral ground, a natural funeral ground, kind of like what you imagine maybe Native Indians had, where it wasn't, they didn't mark it up with lots of human-made structures. It was just sort of like a natural spot that occurred. And that's what this thing is meant to be, a natural burial ground of some kind. Okay, so here's where the fun stuff happens. I got one of these brushes with lots of water. Start going to town. And what I'm doing here is mixing the paints that I just applied earlier, which have a similar colors to them. Or a certain color scheme, and I'm kind of like letting the chaos create something for me that I'll be able to work with in a bit. You know, I'm just all these different layers, and I constantly do little teeny brushstroke stuff that create stuff. Like right up here, you can see the strokes from before are showing through, and you know, it's kind of nice, and maybe it'll all have a soft blue that'll, in a day or so, or who knows, or whenever, I'll come back and be careful. I didn't cover up these paintings. Shit. Maybe I'll, yeah. Fresh piece of plastic here. Just to be safe. Baby, stay. Oh. Hopefully it'll stay. There we go. I should prevent a couple of splashes. Hey, Renee. One of my former students is there. Hey, Renee, how's it going? That's too funny. Yeah, Renee, this is what I do with my free time. Okay, so most people don't know, I don't really talk about it, but I've been making video games for 25 years. I've built a few game companies, worked on PlayStation, Xbox, PC games. I also did web-based games, I did an MMO, and I did everything game development, from art, game design, production, and owner of a game company. So I've done that for so many years. But secretly, for decades, I was also doing artwork. So it slipped a little bit. Hey, thanks, Michelle. Yeah, over here I've got a computer so I can read your comments. Michelle said, hey Josh, love your work, thanks. These live feeds are so neat to get a glimpse in how you work through the process. Well, I can tell you one thing, Michelle, I change it a lot. I don't always do it the same way. This is just something I've started to do past couple weeks. I've been doing it for 40 years. But anyhow, that's cool. I'm glad you like it. Let's do this. Let's get back in here. Let's get some big drips happening. So basically, you want to cover up all the spots here to get a blue, purple. This is where the dark horizons are. The dark forest, let's call it. I'll come through and now I can start doing some vertical brush strokes to represent those trees as just as the first layer. You know, it totally evolves. It always evolves. And I've also been doing a vignette effect. A vignette is when you the corners of a painting or photograph are darker. So I'll start doing that. I'm going to take this brush and start bringing it across here. See what kind of colors I pick up. And it's important to grab some white, slap it in there occasionally so it doesn't become too dark. Thank God I put lots of plastic down. It's already dripping like rain down there. Like when those drip things kind of show through. So the idea is that there's got to be a horizon line, like maybe over here. Now let's come in. I need a new brush. I have one ready. I'm already ready. This is going to be for this part here. Whoa. Look at that color. That's bold, strong. It's very much like that birches with orange color. Because I literally used the three oranges, the two oranges and the yellow that I used primarily in that birches with orange painting. That's that right there. So all the cool effects here. You can see the dripping from here. It actually, the water pulled it away, so it's a negative space. That's kind of neat. Oh yeah, look at that. It's just beautiful. I don't even give a shit what anybody thinks. You know what? I just like it. I like it. It feels good. Color is much richer and deeper than in the video. I have this software. I'm just going to just see if I can adjust it to make it look more like what I'm seeing. Let's see if it adjusts in real time. Give me a second here. Go to advanced. Just give me a second. I'm going to try to adjust the color. It's still more purple. Oh, I know. I have to adjust the auto. Let me turn off auto white balance. Come on. There it is. Now I gotta turn down the intensity of the color. Let me try to bring up. It's more of a. I'm getting closer. Yeah, that's Okay, I think that's closer to what I'm seeing. What I'm doing is I'm adjusting the decay factor, which is like the level of yellow and brightness in photography. So it's still a bit more purple right here. Give me one more second. Let me bring it up. What if I jacked it up? What would happen? No. Okay, I'll go here. You know, it's just one of those things I have to live with, is that it can't be perfect to what I'm seeing. Anyhow, okay, I'm stopping. All right, so like right here is a bit more intense purple. The yellows and oranges, they match, and the rest matches. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for a minute and then talk. There's so many cool things that are happening when you get really close to it. I just need to get all that color, the wings and stuff. So this is the kind of brush I'm using. I don't necessarily recommend it. This is like a $2 Home Depot brush, but it does what I need to do. I find that I really need good quality little brushes, like, you know, fine brushes. These brushes, some of these brushes I've had for 20 years or more, 30 years. And you can sort of tell the ones that I've used a lot. Look what happens to this one. I literally still use this one. I use it for more for like drawing, because it's like drawing with a pencil. Now I'm going in, and I like to always alter the brushstroke type, so I never like to keep it one type. So it's almost like I'm coming in with a little bit of a flavor. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for interesting stuff that's being created and then accentuating it. And it becomes kind of its own little plant or mysterious vegetation thing. Look how beautiful that is. I just want to leave that. Look how gorgeous that is. I don't know, you can't see it. And I can't bring in the camera close because it's like rigged. But yeah, I'm gonna leave some of these. Oh, it's gorgeous. Just like a little bit of magic, bit of white comes in there and steals the show. Okay, I'm going to put this big brush down. And I'm going to come in with some darks. Some real darks. I think color intensity is too high. I can bring it down. There we go. Okay. Hey, Sheila. Thanks. It took me 2 days to set up for this painting. I had to, and also get myself psyched up to do it. It's weird. And I didn't even know what painting I was going to do. I just knew I had to do some more painting. Because I was, I kind of like the final results of the birches with orange. I think, and I know why many people like it. It's because it's something you can identify with. You can tell that they're birch trees. And I get it. But this painting, these Meadow series, you know, it's far more abstract. So I can understand why people don't really, not everybody is into it. It's okay. I just forget where I put them. Ooh, I'm feeling a little tired right now. I got hit with them. Let me turn down that. This looks a bit too yellow. Boom. That's okay. 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 I still love this music. Someone please get in touch with Hans Zimmer for me. Somebody please find out what his Twitter is or whatever and tell him that he's one of the reasons why I'm inspired to do this. These Meadow things. And please also tell him that I would be glad to give him one of these, kind of like as appreciation for making this music. I think that'd be so cool. Have the guy, that'd be so cool. If Hans Zimmer had it hanging out in his house and he could look at it, that would be pretty freaking cool to be able to connect with someone that also inspires you. You know, I'm not like one of those people that gives a shit about celebrity. I really couldn't care less at all about any celebrities. I've met tons through family connections, and I could not care less. But the reason why I think Hans Zimmer I'd like to talk to is just because he made something that really gets me. And that's it, man. I'd like to be kind of like one of the beautiful things that if I could do a painting that this person would have maybe moved by the same way his music did it for me, that's like it's like the ultimate handshake, you know, the ultimate high five. It's like great work, man. I mean, that's what I say to him. Great work, man. There's another couple people I'd love to meet. I think Will Smith would be a super cool guy to talk to. Jim Carrey. I don't think I've ever met him. to hang out, like just away from the limelight. Oh no, Dave Chappelle. Yeah, he's sure someone who would love to hang out. Just literally just be on a porch fence, a porch, in the country, just kicking it and talking. Dave Chappelle. Just because I think they would have so many interesting, funny things to say, and they also seem like very genuine, especially like Dave Chappelle. Just seems like a real, genuine person. You know what I mean? Like, I like people who are authentic. I think I need to step back. Take a look. Yeah, it's okay. It's just okay. I do get hit with tiredness quite a lot when I'm doing this. It's sort of like, I get so into it that it's just like after a little while you have to. Oh, this brush is shit. What the hell? So here's an example of a bad brush. It's probably I just forgot to clean it. So it's like hard, stiff. So I'm just going to put that over here. I thought I prepared all my brushes. Let's try this one. Yeah, this one looks good. I like this guy. I should name these brushes. I've definitely had this one for like 20, 30 years. So it's sort of thin on one side, fat on the other. Yep. And I'm going to smudge around with this white paint here. And the whiteness creates that kind of, glow effect. And I'll use it to draw some lines like down here. Just cool way, just cut through and makes these things whatever they are. Paint, I'll bring it across here. See, I'm always changing. Now I'm starting to do like swirls, like little. I'll take some color up here and I'll swirl it around. I'm going to find some shapes and do stuff with it, like as if it's some sort of strange fruit from the Garden of Eden. These weird shapes that I'll go in and I'll use a lighter color to wrap around them. Even this white little, this is a little bit of white paint that just fell off from up here. So I just turn it into something. Okay, this is relaxing. And I gotta tell you, this is one of the rare moments where my tinnitus is actually not killing me. Like right now, it's actually kind of dull. It's a little bit just like a speaker that's just sort of cackling in the distance. Oh, thank God. I think it must have something to do with my adrenaline or something. And the sad part is once I stop, the ringing comes back, and sometimes it comes back with a vengeance. And this has only happened in the past couple of years. And the irony is, my favorite thing in the world is quiet. So for the past several years, I haven't had a moment of silence. And it's the shittiest thing. So all those people out there who've got tinnitus and have severe tinnitus like I do, man, I feel for you. It is not fun. It is not fun. It disrupts everything in your life. Like I can't go out and be around more than 3 people because the tinnitus gets so loud, I can't hear what people are saying. And it's like some sort of crazy torture. It's like some maniacal torture device to have a ringing inside your brain that you can never escape. And I'm kind of impressed with myself how I've done. I mean, there were months where it was really bad and I was scared, but and it was a bit of a relief when I got the final diagnosis. You know, at least I know that the cause of it. A lot of people with tinnitus don't know the cause. I've got a little tumor, right? And it just happens to be right on my auditory nerve. And there's nothing I can do about it. But some people have no idea why it is there. And I think that was the scariest part for me before I got the official MRIs came back. They had to do a couple sets to be sure. That was the worst time because you just don't know what the hell is going on inside your own head. So I appreciate life much, much, much more. And I think this horrible situation I got, I think it makes me a better artist because now I really, really don't care what people ultimately think about if they don't like it. I had a thing where I, mostly really didn't care what people thought. I mean, I liked when people, appreciated what I was doing. But now I think, man, I'm like, I made it through today. And then you say you don't like what I'm doing or, fuck. Don't care. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud I did this. I'm proud I got through today. So there's so many people out there that have stuff that you should first assume there are things going on with people that, people have chronic pain. It's like, I actually have chronic pain. I've got, what is it called? Osteoarthritis, my knees. And it's gotten much better because I've been taking this cortisone shit. But I can relate to people who have chronic pain. And, man, so whenever I talk to people, I try not to assume, if they're being a jerk. That's why when there are people that are being a jerk, you more than likely they're in pain. There's something that's hurting them. So the best thing you could do is, as long as they're not attacking you, is just try to be kind to them. And I'll tell you, it works. It works. When you're kind to someone who's lashing out at you, more than likely they're just in some sort of pain and they're lashing out because they don't know how else not to. They're angry at the world. And, wow, I'm rambling. I am rambling. Hey, Crystal, what's up? Okay, still, I don't know, something. I'm going to go in with these little gentle brush strokes. I'm playing with stuff that's already there. these crazy little tiny details which most people never notice, but I like doing it because it feels good. Maybe the overall effect will be interesting. Okay. What do I need to do? Should I add this blue? Yeah, let's play with this blue a bit. Let's just do this. What if I just stuck some straight up? You know what I'd really love to do? I'd love to do water lilies, but I can't because freaking Monet did it. He's done it. It would just be copying somebody else. And that's what I'm really trying to do. Is I'm trying really hard to be as original as I can. And one of the ways I try to do that is I try not to look at photographs too much, reference sources, because I go on Instagram and I check out a lot of artists, and they're just taking photographs and tracing essentially what's there. And I'm like, man, that's okay, but it would have been okay if you were like it was 1910 when photography was just coming out, and then you started doing that. But right now, I can't help but feel less respect for all these artists who use photographs and do photorealistic stuff. It's just like, it creeps me out kind of. It's kind of like I feel like it's cheating. I just can't do it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm never going to do it because maybe I'm going to want to do that. Maybe I'll do it in such a blatant way, but I don't think anyone would ever get it. I won't ever get that I'm making a statement that using photographs to paint directly is, to me, is a lesser thing. It's like, but you know what? I guess who gives a shit? I mean, it depends on what it's for. I guess I guess because my motivation is to try to be original, and if someone else is doing it because they like to do it, then more power to them. I think that's the real attitude. And also, if other people really like it, then more power to them. Keep on doing it. So that's where I'm going to contradict myself there. I was only being critical because I was being critical about if I was to do it. So there you go. Ooh, I bet you this would be nice if I did some of this blue around here. Yeah, what about this? Part of the problem is, I think what's happening is because I'm not looking at anything real, I'm only going on based on memories and ideas. And I think that's where it's becoming too weird, like psychedelic, because I have a pretty good memory visually. I can remember things from years ago, but I think, I don't know if it's a good thing or not. Because this is pretty kind of psychedelic, I guess. I hate psychedelic. I hate that hippie shit. I don't like, I'm totally not into psychedelic artwork. Okay, you know what? I should just shut the hell up and just do this thing. Oh, that's kind of nice. I haven't done this before. Let's do a couple of these little things up here. And who knows what they are. All these little... Let's put some more over here just for fun. Maybe it's coming down a bit. Okay. Now, I need another dark color. So I'm going to go over here. I've got tons of colors over here. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. This is maybe it's a dark green. Let's just throw a little. Oh, it's not dark green. It's a nice blue. I'm gonna do that. I think I'll bring the lines down. I think I'll bring a bit of wetness down. Let's see if they get some drips going on over here. This is too bright there. Let's bring some lines up. So now I usually start with thicker brushes, and then I go thin as I layer it on top. Excuse me. Maybe I'll paint for about an hour and then take a break. How long has it been? It's been, what does it even say? Don't shut up. I'd like to hear you rambling. Okay. Oh, fuck. I wasn't recording. Oh, I'm so stupid. I have recording software that does high quality recording because the live stream recording sucks. I forgot to turn it on. Oh well. I'm almost done anyhow for this little time. I think I've probably paint for like an hour. I don't even know how long. 46 minutes. Oh, that's a beautiful blue. Look at that. That is a gorgeous contrast. Wow. Look at that. You see that? Can you see that? Oh, it's standing in the way. This is a nice blue. I bet you look great on this purple. Yes. Look at that. Something fell. Oh, yeah. I'm a fan of that. Let's just do some squiggly lines coming up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll just do some weird spiky things around this purpley color. Maybe I'll add some here. Okay. Okay. Starting to tire down a bit. Woo! Can't believe I forgot to turn on the recording. So dumb. Anyhow, next time. Okay, I gotta take a break real soon. Like, real soon. Okay. Wow. Okay, stop. Stop. Taking a break. Okay. 15 minutes. Okay. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break, have another coffee, chill it for a bit, maybe back later.